From my house in Newbury Park, California, I've been fortunate to live on a little bit of a hill in a community that's allowed me to see Wildwood Park. In the distance I can see the buttes, I can see the mesa, beautiful views from this house and otherwise just normal Southern California track home community. I was fortunate to have these views and always enjoyed them, and I always wanted to walk over to that trail on that mesa over in Wildwood Park in the distance, take my camera and see what it would look like from the other perspective. A long time ago, Carl Sagan had put together a video called The Pale Blue Dot, where he showed how looking from space at Earth, that small little blue dot in the distance seemed just so small and insignificant to the rest of the universe. And if you were to zoom in on that small little pale blue dot and you saw actually all the troubles that were going on and all the wars that were ever fought and the leaders and the things that they did, how insignificant all those problems were in comparison to the rest of the universe. The other day I walked over to the Mesa Trail, walked it to its end. With my camera I took some high-resolution pictures and then tried later to see where my house was in relationship to that amongst all those houses in the track home community in which I live. When I zoomed in and I could actually see where my house was and how small and tiny it was in the bigger scheme of things, just from the distance from the mesa over to where my house was, I had my pale blue moment. I saw that my house was insignificant. It was very small. It really wasn't much, just from the mesa looking over to where my house was in the community. It was actually a clear day. And even though it was a clear day, there was dust in the air. And so because of that dust in the distance, it made my house look even more insignificant. It made it look even more blurry. And I had another pale blue moment, and I realized that not only were all the things so insignificant, all the problems, all the work, all the trouble, all the things it took to have the house, to keep the house, to live where I am, and all the troubles that seem so important on a day-to-day basis, but those troubles were actually just the small specks of dust standing between me at the mesa at Wildwood Park, looking at my house over in the track home community. That was my pale blue moment.